Hi everyone, I'm going to make an art journal page today, and I want to use pages from a book for my background. I want some collaging in the background. I'm moving this aside. This is a watercolor paper, 190 grams per page, and I've got pages from a dictionary, an old dictionary. I didn't ruin something new, and I want to give it more color and more interest. So I'm going to use the sprays that I made, and a lot of you asked me about them. I'm almost 100% sure I've got a video about it, but I don't know where to start looking for it. So let's see. My sprays are made from gel food coloring. They are local brand, so I can't recommend anything for you. I don't measure. I only put few drops of the gel, then water, shake it, and that's it. I've got a spray. Now they are, once they're dry, they are permanent. They don't react to water. And I've got also sprays that are made from the pigment, the powder for textile dyes. The same thing, I'm putting a little bit of powder in the container, water, that's it, like you do with brochures. The only thing is that we don't have brochures here, so I just found my solution for it. So I'm going to spray my page from a dictionary with, this is olive green, just to give more color to it. And I've got here sepia, brown sepia. Here we go. And if you want to save on time and on material, you just take another page. Here we go. And smoosh it. Here we go. And now you also have a more interesting pattern. So I'm going to give it a little blow with the heat tool. Here we go. So now I'm moving this aside. I want to stamp on it again, adding more layers to what I'm going to use. I've got here Tim Holtz Distress Ink Will Not Stain. And where are my stamps? I'm kind of disorganized today. I've got so many things on this desk. Can't find anything. Oopsie. Okay, so I've got all kinds of stamps with lots of numbers, and that's what I'm going to use. I'm not going to take them from the acetate. Sometimes it's just easier to stamp like that, and I don't care where everything goes. As I said, this is just to give interest to my page. Here we go. And let's see. So basically this is it. I'm just stamping, don't care what, where, and adding interest to my page. This is it. So I need more pages like this, and of course I've already prepared, so we can move along. So here is my page. Here are my book pages that I've already made, and I'm thinking if I want them cut straight or if I want to tear them apart, and I'm thinking tear them apart, rough edges. That's what I'm thinking now. And I'm going to take white glue and start just to glue them down. That's it, nothing to it. Here we go, randomly, and I'm just going, the only thing I do when I'm doing things like that is I'm trying to match straight edges to my straight edges that I have on my page, just to save time and effort, like so. Here I've got a corner, here we go. And if I've got a straight edge, I will try to put it towards the inside, so when I will put down more pieces, it will cover it. Let's see, I need a corner here. Here we go. Well, I'll just continue with the frame of my page, and then I'll go inside. So this is the first layer of my page, all these book pages. So I'm going to continue just gluing all those pieces, and then I'll come back. I'm back. Here is my background. It's still wet, a lot of glue. It needs to dry. I'm moving it aside. I want to start and prepare pieces that will go on top of it. This is just the background, and I've got this like a calendar page. I got it, Maria sent me in Happy Mail. She knows how much I like brown paper, and I've got sorry, I've got this calendar pages, an old calendar, and they are stark white, so they don't fit, and I'll show you what I'm going to do about them. And I've got this paper from scrapbook paper, and it's glossy and I don't like it, but I do like the color that corresponds with the spray I have used, so I'm going to work on them. First off, this one I just want to add a little bit of the spray, the olive green spray, so it will be a little bit more interesting and will work with the rest of the pieces I have. I'm moving this aside. Everything will need to dry. So I've got here the calendar, and it's glossy and it's white and I don't like it. So first of all, I'm going to take a very fine sandpaper, and I'm going to go all over it. I need for this to have like tooth, so I can put things on it, and when it's glossy you can't do anything. And I don't have clear gesso, and I don't think we even have a clear gesso in the shops, so that's my solution. Here we go. Now I'm going to stain it. I've got wood stain. This is a Colonial maple. It's water-based. It doesn't smell. I picked it in the cheap store from the hardware aisle. It will probably last me a lifetime, this thing. And opening it up, I'm taking a makeup sponge, dipping it, and starting to add the stain to my page. Here we go. I want it darker, so I'm doing another coat, and just for the added interest. Here we go. I'm going to let it dry again. Another thing that needs to dry. Moving to the scrapbook paper, and it's also glossy and I don't like it. Again, the same technique. Just taking sanding paper and going over it. Let's see how the spray is working with it. If it won't work, then I will use again the wood stain. Let's see, I've got the sepia here that I've used. Here we go. Little bit more interesting, and I'm going to add from the olive green, and I'm thinking I need to absorb a little bit of it, and I'm just taking a sponge and maybe moving it. Yeah, I'm moving it like this where I've sanded my paper. First time I'm doing something like that, so I don't know what will happen. Okay, more interesting, and this needs to dry also. So everything now needs to dry, and I'll be back and we'll continue. I'm back. So my background is still wet, but then I thought I'm going to glue things on top of it. So what am I waiting for? So I've got the pages here, and I want some I don't know how to call it, some trimming, some kind of a border, something like that. Yeah. Ooh, I like it. And but I don't want the white here where my page is torn, so I'm going to dip again into the wood stain, and I'm just going over this white edges, which I really like the torn edges, but the white just doesn't fit here. So just working it. Here we go. And I've got a lot of glue here, so I'm already covered. Here we go. Lots and lots of glue here. And I'll trim the excess later. when it will be dry. And let's see, now I want from this, and I'm going to tear this also. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's I like it. I love paper and I love torn edges. More and more glue. I need to buy stocks in a glue factory. Here we go. Now for the bottom, I'm thinking something similar, and let's see. I will have to cut this. For the bottom I need a straight edge. Yeah. Making sure I have more glue. Here we go. I hope I'm in frame and you can see what I'm doing. So now let's see, shall I, yeah, I'm gonna take another piece of that. And it's not going to be straight, or maybe a little bit. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so it's starting to take shape, and I've got here a, what do you call it? I forgot. For measuring with fabric. I forgot the name. I'm thinking of adding a little bit of it. It's just something cheap from the cheap store. It was white and I've stained it. I don't even remember with what. I've got this piece a long time, and I've got another one here which I don't like this color, but I went the other side and also stained it with something. Who knows? Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to put something here, maybe getting rid of the metal part here, taking a little piece good that it's still wet. I'm putting it underneath. Okay. Another one, this time from this one. Yeah, something like that. So, as I said, good thing that it's still wet. I'm tucking it underneath. Haven't thought about it before, so stay. Here we go. Okay, so here is this, and I'm thinking of adding another piece. Maybe here. Yeah, I like it. And I'll wait with another pieces of this, and I want some of this flower. I'm thinking taking out one of the flowers. I don't know. Well, I'm thinking I'll wait for it to dry, and I'll come back when I'll be more sure what I'm going to do. So I'll be back. I'm back. So I've started playing around off camera until I've decided what I want to do with the continuing with this page. And as I said, I took out from this paper, I took one of these flowers, and I've punched a circle from one of these pages, like this one, and I've made the clock hands, I think, or dials, from this same measuring tape that I've used here. And basically this is it, that's my clock. So it's going to go here. It's still wet, but I'm going to put a little bit more glue just to make sure everything will stick together. I'm kind of moving along because I've noticed that my time is running out on my phone. I can only record 30 minutes, and I took for my saying, I took again the calendar page, the brown paper, and just wrote on it. And here is what I've wrote. There is no time like the present. And here we go. I'm thinking something like that. I'll place it like this, and this is lower, and again I need to add a little bit more glue, but basically this is it. That's my page. I just had a vague idea, and that's what came out of it. So just adding glue, and I'm gonna finish with this page. I really like what came out of it. Didn't know what will happen, but now we've got a page. Maybe here, yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, okay. I just wrote with a permanent marker, and then because it wasn't clear enough, I just went with a white gel pen and wrote on top of the black one. So this is it. That's my page, and I hope it gave you some ideas, and I hope you'll take some supplies and play. So thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.